Whew. All right, I think we got it. Sorry about that.
Rely, buddy?
Yeah, I have my face red.
No, not as red as mine, don't worry. Everyone, please stand if they can for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty. Please stay standing while we remember those who passed away. Mike Coombs, Richard Serber, and Bugelman. Thank you. Roll call. Johnny? Here. John?
Present.
Samantha?
Present.
Bill? Here. I am here. Fire exits are behind us down the fire escape. Please do not go out the way you came in. Correspondence, Jack?
So I have something that I would like to enter in tonight. One is from Rita Vanafor that will be entered into the minutes, and another one is from Tommy Lewis.
Thank you. Petitioner section of the meeting, if there's anyone from the audience, in person or online that would like to address the board, now is the time to address the board about anything.
For those of you who are on Zoom, if you would like to address the board, please use the react feature, raise your hand. And I will unmute you in the order in which you have asked to speak.
Anybody online, John?
We have several folks, we have 8 folks on Zoom, but no one has raised their hand, so.
Okay. Attorney concerns, Bill? Colin?
None that we haven't already gone over.
Okay, onto the agenda. Number 1, we have no budget modifications. 2, get a motion to approve bills as audited.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to accept the minutes from February 5th, from February 10th, February 19th, and February 23rd.
So move 3 through 6. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to reimburse the meal expenses for the town board members that attended the 2026 Annual Association of Town Conference in New York City. This will be $250 per each council person and the supervisor.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to approve the payment to Renee Ozemek for 97 hours of vacation time accrued in the amount of $3,929.47.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Get a motion to approve building inspectors John Overzek, code enforcement officers Corey Kapitanakis, Patrick Rodinsky to attend the 2026 39th Annual Hudson Valley Code Enforcement Officials Education Conference. Classes are April 21st to 23rd in New Paltz. Cost not to exceed $385 per person. This is per section 3.5 of the Town of Wawarsing Employment Practices Compliance Manual. On a case-by-case basis, the town may require repayment of the costs associated with the education and/or training should the employee voluntarily terminate employment with the town during the 36 months immediately following the completion of this education and training.
So moved.
Joe, are we gonna be allowed to speak? We missed the petitioner's part or we jumped ahead of us?
No, he's here, we said.
We had a petitioner section.
You can talk.
Okay, because clearly we were here and we've been waiting to speak, so we were outside during executive session.
Hold on a second. Get a motion number 9.
Yeah, I made a motion.
Second.
There.
All in favor?
Aye.
We did do all the formalities. Maybe you're just outside or didn't hear us start the meeting. But if you'd like to address this, we can circle back.
Yes, okay, sorry, I wasn't meaning to be interrupted. I just thought that someone would alert us when you guys ended the executive session. I didn't know.
We did. We can't open the door, let everybody in.
Oh, we were downstairs.
Gotcha.
We missed each other. Grace, do you want to go first? Or would you go? You did. Sorry about that, Jim.
Sweet. Sorry, I have this. So 3 extra copies. We'll just hand these out. Who wants to read it? So my name is Grace Jones from Town of Wawarsing. I would like to talk, well, first off, I think Johnny, you're talking about Housing Smart, right? Tonight?
So we got some feedback on the Housing Smart, resolutions, so we have to change some wording, so I'll have to do that the next
Okay, I
meeting.
would just say I totally support it, and I think you guys support it, but I'll
Thank
do
you.
that, I'll do that speech another time.
Okay.
Okay, so back to Wawarsing Estates. When I found out about this project, I emailed the DEC because I knew that it was most likely a wetlands and flood zone. So I got this letter back, a letter of positive jurisdiction, freshwater wetlands, dated January 8th, 2026, addressed to me. Dear Grace Jones, based on the parcel identified in your request, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation has determined that the parcel contains freshwater wetlands and or freshwater wetland adjacent areas regulated by the DEC pursuant to Article 24 of the Environmental Conservation Law. The parcel contains freshwater wetlands and or regulated adjacent areas that meet an unusual importance criterion. Specifically, the wetlands is located in an area designated as a floodway on the digital flood insurance map, the National Flood Hazard Layer produced by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The table below identifies the highest class jurisdictional wetlands and or regulated adjacent area within parcel boundaries. In addition to the wetlands identified, other jurisdictional wetlands or AAs may be present. So this is for that parcel, has the tax ID. It is classified as a class 1, which is the highest classification. It's the most sensitive wetland. This determination shall remain valid for 5 years from the date of this letter, which goes through January 6, 2031. So I just wanted to enter this letter into public record, just so everybody knows. You know, this project was originally started 20 years ago. It's a very different world, a very different environment. This, I don't think, existed back then. So this is why I still do not think that that law should be pushed through, because this project needs to be reviewed based on today's environmental standards and not ones that are almost 20 years old. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace.
You want to discuss?
How you doing? As you probably all know, I'm here to address, I do want to say that John Hancock supports the smart housing of well.
Thank you.
So I just want to say, even if we didn't get into it tonight, I will be here to support that when the time comes. Members of the board, have you ever had the feeling you're watching a slow motion car crash? You can see exactly where things are headed. You know the damage that can happen, but somehow nobody hits the brakes. That's a little bit what this process feels like right now. Because even from the record that already exists, several serious issues are apparent. And since tonight is not the formal public hearing and time is limited by procedure, I'm only going to highlight a few of the concerns tonight. There are many additional issues that will need to be addressed before the public hearing is scheduled for April 16th. First, the developer's attorney told this board on December 18th, and I quote, "The local law, although general in nature, really would specifically assist this development," talking about Wawarsing Estates. The town attorney then describes the proposal as, and I quote, "a standalone one-time amendment that is kind of site-specific, the only on the table." So the record suggests this law is intended to address one development, Wawarsing Estates. However, the environmental review submitted to the board describes something very different. The short environmental assessment form states that the law applies to any approved development with an age restriction. And the draft law itself states that it applies to, and I quote, "any age-restricted housing development." Those two things cannot both be true. If the law is truly site-specific, then the secret review is too limited and a short form EAS is inappropriate, or EAN. If the law applies town-wide, then the environmental impacts of removing age restrictions have clearly not been fully analyzed. Because removing a 55+ restriction fundamentally changes the nature of a development. Senior housing and unrestricted family housing produce very different impacts on schools, traffic, infrastructure, municipal services, etc. You've heard this all before from us. Those impacts deserve careful review. It's also important to note that the language of this draft law could affect any age-restricted housing development in the town of Wawarsing, including senior communities that already exist and whose residents relied on those protections when those developments were approved. This is also a federal issue that the board may wish to consider. The Fair Housing Act of 1968, enacted as Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, is one of the cornerstone civil rights laws governing housing in the United States. Congress later enacted the Housing for Older Persons Act of 1995, or HOPA, to preserve and stabilize legitimate age-related housing communities. Under the federal framework, a community must maintain at least 80% occupancy by residents 55 or older to retain its protected status. Once that threshold is broken, that protection is permanently lost and can never be revived. This proposed law creates a mechanism that could lead to exactly that outcome. Under the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution, local law should not conflict with federal civil rights protections. That is something this board may wish to examine carefully before proceeding. Given those concerns, it may be prudent for the town to consult with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which administers and enforces the Fair Housing Act. I can give you contacts there if you need them. Clearly, I've been in touch. And finally, the justification we heard for this law is building 182 units for residents over 55 would be, quote, and this is the developer's attorney, too much of a gamble. Those are not my words. Those are the words of the developer's own attorney. Market risk is not a land use justification for rewriting the zoning laws. Zoning laws are supposed to serve the public interest, not resolve private development risk. So tonight, I simply wanted to place these concerns on the record, and I look forward to discussing them in greater detail during the public hearing on April 16th. But before this board ultimately considers adopting this law, I hope the board will clearly explain how the secret review analyzed the impact of these developments operating without any age restrictions. Because right now, this still feels like that slow motion crash. And when local laws move forward without fully addressing these issues, it's often the taxpayers who ultimately bear the cost. Thank you very much. Say again? I'm gonna email you that, but I'm gonna give you this. This is a transcript of the actual December 18th video recording of the town meeting.
Oh, okay.
But I'll email you the statement.
Yes, please.
Thanks. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you.
Anybody else to talk to the board? Okay, number 12. The town board, need a motion to accept the resignation of Cassie Spore from the town planning board. Oh, sorry. 10, the town board would approve the quote from the airport lighting company for the Joseph Y. Resnick Airport, in the amount of $2,653.87.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? 11, get a motion to approve the payment to Aquatica Engineering for the eligible pool in the amount of $50,367.06.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Quick discussion. I think it's important to note that, as a part, you can take it, Joe.
So we, as,
Sorry.
maybe not everyone knows, we have a grant, for our, eligible pool, swim grant. And, our 20% match, this goes towards that, which is nice. So, as we're lining up our finances and getting ready to move forward, this is just the step in the process, that luckily can go towards our 20% match. All in favor?
Aye.
Now 12, gonna get a motion to accept the resignation of Cassie Spore from the town planning board effective March 20th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Get a motion to approve the payment application number 12 in the amount of $34,050.65 to DJ Heating and Air Conditioning for the Highway Garage Project HVAC mechanical.
So moved.
Second,
And
all in favor?
Aye.
discussion on that one there is this final payment. That was payment that we withheld because the HVAC system wasn't working properly. After the construction, we held the final payment. And now the equipment is running the way it's designed to, so the vendor got his payment.
The system was imbalanced, now it's balanced. Right, Tony?
Yes.
Get a motion to authorize town clerk to advertise for the town of Wawarsing Planning Board alternate. The term will expire December 31st, 2026. Applications can be picked up and are returnable to the town clerk's office. 108 Canal Street, Ellenville, on or before 12 p.m. Wednesday, March 18th, 2026.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to authorize town clerk to advertise for a town of Wawarsing Planning Board member. The term will expire on December 31st, 2026. Applications can be picked up and are returnable to the town clerk's office located 108 Canal Street on or before 12 p.m. Wednesday, March 18th, 2026.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion authorizing town clerk to advertise for request for qualification for the airport engineering services at Joseph Y. Resnick Airport. 3 copies of statement of qualifications to be submitted to the town supervisor by 11 a.m. on Thursday, March 26th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Get a motion to authorize the town clerk to advertise for sealed bids to reconstruct weather reporting equipment at the Joseph Y. Resnick Airport. Bids are to be received in the town clerk's office by 11 a.m. on Wednesday, April 1st, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Oh, I have a couple extra things.
Dramatic effect. Pause for the dramatic effect.
I'll make a motion for the town board to authorize the town supervisor to submit a grant application for grant REV 250. Ulster County to the Ulster County Clerk's Office on behalf of the Ellenville 4th of July Committee for a grant of up to $3,500 and no cost to the town.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Abstain. Big thank you to the 4th of July Committee for what they do, especially this year. I hope everyone's in town that weekend for July 3rd and 4th. Maybe it'll be one to remember. Thank you, John, for all you and your team do.
Do you want to talk about the grants at all? Okay. And then I'll make a motion, town board hereby cancels the April 2nd, 2026 meeting and authorizes the town clerk to advertise for the regular and audit meeting to be held on April 9th, 2026. That is in observance of Passover.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, John.
You know.
Joe, can I ask you one more question? I'm sorry to interrupt. You had said on Saturday from 10 to 12, you were gonna do an informal sort of meet and greet here.
Give me 2 minutes.
Sorry. Nothing further than
Nothing for tonight?
Yeah.
Bill?
We've had another meeting today on the pool to look at some areas where we may be able to do some in-kind work as part of our payment towards our fair share of the grant application. The rec department is currently accepting payments for campers.
Applications.
And airport building is coming along. It should be done by the middle of March. And we had some conversations with some Ulster County individuals, Ulster County government, the superintendent, or supervisor. In my prison mode, superintendent. That's all I have.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. So on the agenda tonight, we advertise, or we are, will be advertising for 2 positions on the town of Wawarsing Planning Board. We also have the Ulster County Planning Board, Wawarsing representative position open as well. This is a board that meets every first Wednesday of the month in Ulster County. In Kingston. We are seeking both Wawarsing representative as well as alternate for those roles as well. I think we'll advertise for those next week or next meeting, but wanted to put that on everyone's radar as well. We are hiring, looking for a town assessor. That position has been advertised officially now.
Oh, yeah, it's been advertised for about probably close to 3 weeks.
Yep. So if you know anyone who's interested in that field or who has experience in that field specifically, please send them our way. And then lastly, we had a really great conversation and presentation from Unisilab.
Munich Lab.
Munich Lab. All right, it's a lot of consonants in that. And it is around kind of modernizing the experience around planning board applications as well. So hopefully there'll be some additional learnings for us as we continue to investigate how we make planning board applications more easily accessible for the community, and all that documentation that goes along with it as well. That's it for me tonight.
Thanks, John.
Wawarsing Water, there's been some communication lost between the tank and the SCADA system, which is like the software program that alerts when there's issues. Jim and his team are working on that. There's some primary sludge panel issues. The engineer for that is going down there to take a look at it. I just gotta say Jim and his crew do a fantastic job. As soon as an issue arises, he's right on top of it. He's getting the right people involved, and instead of letting things go and building and then creating larger problems, he's right on top of them, which is great. Mentioned about the youth, but I just want to say a special thanks to Milsari and the youth program. While it was quick to be put together, the tubing, I think it was a very well success. Not just, we had a group of volunteers to help create the hill, but then also to man it and have the, both at the top and the bottom. But it was enjoyed not only by the kids, but by the adults too. I was there this past Saturday with Nosari from 1 to 4, and the adults were having as much of a blast of time as the kids were. Our own supervisor with his niece down the mountain there. I'm not sure which one had more fun.
And the hamstrings is still burning.
Yeah. But it's a great community thing, and it really, I think we were there just at the closing point, and as we were getting ready to pack things up, you're at this picturesque park that we have in our community, the mountain in the foreground, and as we're looking down at the bottom there, here comes 2 people snowshoeing up the hill, locals. It was just a great place to be, and really, sometimes I think we take for granted the natural beauty we have, but we have these resources, we have these things available to us, and take advantage of them. I don't know if you were gonna mention Saturday, Joe?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll move on.
I guess it's my turn. I want to start with, for the recreation department, there is the Easter egg hunt. That's gonna be April 18th, and it's 11 to 1. The actual Easter egg hunt is at 1 o'clock. Registration starts from 10 to 12, but the whole event starts at 11. At Lippman Park, bring your own basket. That should be very fun. Johnny touched off that we're looking for a town assessor. Also, this past week, a couple people were honored. It was a good breakfast. Bill was there. Honorable Elliot Auerbach, Superintendent Lisa Wiles.
Our very own Samantha Ellis.
Yes, but Mrs. Pastor Younger, Mrs. Younger, and I'm missing one more person that was honored for Trailblazers.
Nothing before it, that sounds right. No?
There was one more person.
Hmm.
Okay, so,
Reverend.
Reverend Collins. Joe spoke very well at the event. It was good to see everyone. It was a great event. Also, I want to say congratulations to both the boys and girls basketball team. They made to the semifinals. They did a really good job. They lost, unfortunately, to O'Neill in the semifinals, but they did a wonderful job. That's really it.
Thanks, Samantha. Just expanding on things that other board members talked about, the Muni Collab, the way I look at it is it's a tool with 3 main goals. The first is the public. Anyone can log on and see what applications are going on and continue to drill down and learn more info. The second would be to the applicant. There are times where municipalities can be a barrier unintendedly. And I'm not saying ours is by any means, but just in general, it's an easy way for people who either are not from here, not currently here, have engineers, attorneys in different areas that can go on and collaboratively work on an application. So it will make us much more efficient. And lastly, our team that works tirelessly to make sure that processes are followed, to make sure that the board is up to speed with what applicants are on, and obviously fielding day-to-day work. It's a win for everybody. So it was a great presentation. I'm really glad that Abe came down. For those of you who were here for the workshop, I'm assuming you took away some definite positives and some benefits from it. And the snow tubing, this isn't the first year we did it. It's the first year we've did it probably 3 years, 4 years because of the weather. It's strictly weather related. But what I took away from it was local hope. And we do a great job in the warmer months, obviously, of having events from year round, from April to October. But outside of the electric parade, it's dark and gloomy. So I think that I look forward to it. As a resident, yes, as an uncle, flying my nieces down there. So it was great to see, and we'll definitely have a better plan and announce that plan well before the snow gets here. It'll still be a week by week basis based on weather and personnel, but you'll at least know where to look when to find out more about it. That much I can say confidently. This Saturday, 10 to 12, I'm starting this up the first Saturday of the month because a lot of times town hall hours align directly with an average day of work. It's 8 to 4. That's a lot of people work, give or take the same hours, and they can't come down to talk about something that might be a pressing matter in their neighborhood, an idea, whatever that may be. So I am going to rotate throughout the town of Wawarsing the first Saturday of every month from 10 to 12. I'm starting this off at Town Hall, and I invited the mayor, Mayor Trent, and County Legislator TJ Briggs, just to come down and chat, to be, we're your local leaders. Again, schedule conflicts. There is no agenda. We're just like a coffee and candidates type of a feel. Yes, Town Hall, right smack downstairs.
Oh, downstairs.
Downstairs, we're gonna open up the door. I have a little table back there. I'll just prop it open, and I don't know who's gonna come, but it's just I consider myself a very accessible person, but just that much more accessible. And like I said, I'll rotate this around Town Hall, weather contingent, whether it's a firehouse, Lippman Park, a bench. I don't need much, so I'll bring a notebook with me and my time to learn more about what's going on in your neck of the woods. I think it's the best way for me to get a better perspective of your vision and how things work in your neighborhood versus Town Hall. And I'll announce that it's a work in progress, so bear with me, but I'll do the heavy lifting, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, Chris, you can bring the coffee.
You know what?
Oh,
The coffee.
You talked about the job openings. We have an assessor, we have temporary payroll personnel, and we have a recruitment specialist that are all advertised as we speak. And also the appointments that were covered, that Jackie will post, 3 total, 2 specific to the town planning board. That said, get a motion to adjourn.
well, before we adjourn, have a Boy Scout in the back of the room there.
Okay.
Hey, Lincoln, stand up.
Hey, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Are you here to earn a badge or what?
Yeah, for my communications merit badge, I need to attend a meeting of some sort.
Meeting of some sort.
Yep. This is a badge-worthy meeting. You're
Lincoln's mom and dad are both scoutmasters at the church next door, at the Methodist Church, where we sponsor the scouts. Both of his sisters are scouts, so it's a
Awesome.
family event there, and we appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Sure.
It's not Wawarsing mistakes related. So I'm on the Parks and Rec Commission, and we need people to join that commission for both the village and the town. So if you know of anybody interested, just have them see.
How many?
Thank you, Grace.
2 total, right?
Yeah.
One for
One
each.
for each?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to get people for a while and it's tough. So if you guys have any ideas, we'd love to hear it.
I beg most meetings.
I know, I just want to throw it out there because it was mentioned. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Terry.
So when I was referring to Saturday, I was referring to something else. So since you didn't mention it, I will. This Saturday is the Repair Cafe at Village, 11 to 7, I believe it is. If you have stuff that's broken, bring it. Hopefully we can fix it, keep it out of the landfill. And if you're handy, I'm volunteer to fix something. So
11 in the morning, you said?
11 to 7. Yeah.
Is that here?
It's at Village Hall. So I had on my calendar, it was very wrong. But I put on my calendar 11 to 7.
That's a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I can,
Usually it's 4.
I think.
There's a
it's
lot of broken stuff.
Before.
All right, somehow on my calendar, I put 8 hours. It starts at 11 for sure.
11 to 4.
Okay, 11 to 4, I gotta update my calendar.
Well, John's gonna be there. 3 extra hours.
You have to carry your item in and stay with it. There are some guidelines.
Yeah.
And they won't turn away donuts and coffees and other treats.
Also,
So I'm taking the email from John, because I'm a volunteer for that. It actually says it's 12 to 4. Fixers, please arrive 11 a.m. to help set up. So I don't know. Maybe, all right. Maybe shoot for noon instead of 11. just in case.
We'll do 12, we'll do 12. We'll
Yeah.
put that in the paper, Chris.
Let's just go 11th.
Or there's a flyer downstairs, if you want to confirm.
The idea. that he
wait
was-
for the door, look at the flyer.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything then.